we begin, I would love for us to welcome Professor Saurabh Sinha, who is our Deputy Vice Chancellor, to give us our official welcome for today's discussion. Professor, you're welcome.
Thanks very much, Bolele, and it's such a great pleasure that Nomcebo, you've been able to join us. We've really been fascinated. We've all been on the move, thanks to Jerusalema. Our Vice Chancellor, Professor Marwala, on Friday sent a message to the whole university community, and we, as you know, have over 50,000 students at the institution, and he shared the link to Jerusalema and said, well, you've got to be on the move. And that's what we do as a university. And so it really has been a fantastic rhythm that you've been able to bring to us, particularly during the COVID-19 period, when, there are periods when you kind of start to feel at lone and at less ease, and the music has really been very, very, inspiring. But more especially during this period of Women's Month, we've been really looking at, how the role that women have been playing, but, also sharing the inspirational kind of journeys that you've had. And I mean, your journey has really started over the last 10 years, and, how, through the talent that you have. But at the University of Johannesburg, we have something that we call the Fourth Industrial Revolution. And a lot what has happened with the way that your music, I think it was in June when the Angolans picked up the dance on YouTube, and then it just changed into hashtag Jerusalem Dance, and it moved to the world. And it was, I think it was 29 million, and I think it's over 90 million. In fact, when we had the ad, I think we said 50 million. And so it just almost doubled. And that's something that, music plus the technology leverage, and that's something that we really, see inspirational in this. But also when I tweeted, in preparation for this particular event, what was quite good was that it was the same day when the new album was coming up, and I know that you will talk to us, I'm sure you will talk to us about Trola Moya Wami. I have to say it a number of times so that I'm in sync with the way that you sing. And so we're looking forward to that as well. And so I think I'm going to, welcome you and also our exceptional colleagues from UJFM, and hand over to Bolele to help us lead the conversation. And welcome again, Nomcebo, and thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
You're welcome, and thank you so much again, guys, for having me. I feel honored already. Thanks a lot.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction, Professor. I think, as you have mentioned, today's conversation is going to put focus on women. And I think what better way to have a conversation like this than with women that are going to be driving the conversation. So I'm not alone today. I do have one of my colleagues, Mosa Kaiser, who is host of the UJFM Drive, that is going to help me run and drive this conversation. So Mosa is host of the UJFM Drive. She's a TV personality, a TV presenter, and actress. She is an amazing being, and she's going to help drive this conversation. Mosa, welcome.
Thank you so much, Bolele, for having me, and I'm so excited to be here with you ladies and Nomcebo, actually. We've seen what Jerusalema has done to South Africa and the world, and actually has gone, our whole continent is singing this song right now and, dancing. It really is a feel-good song. And you're really an amazing woman. You could definitely get us out of a dark place where we were with this pandemic, and we're all dancing.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys, for dancing.
Yeah, we love to dance. You've made us dance, and we love what you've done with your musical journey. I love how you tell stories in your music. I think Jerusalema now having marked 95 million views is amazing. You also being mentioned as ambassador ambassador to the world under the DSAC Cultural Diplomacy Program is also amazing. So we're here to celebrate you, and we really just want to pick your brain on a couple of issues. So let's talk about the success of Jerusalema. The moment you stepped into studio, when Mosa Kaiser approached you and you guys decided that you were going to put this song together, did you imagine that it would be the success that it is today?
Honestly, guys, I did not know that the song will be this big. But all I can say is that thanks to Master Kaiser for calling me, because he called me. He was like, Nomcebo, there's a song that you did with DJ Kanyani, Emazulwini. The song is amazing. I don't know if you guys remember that song in 2017.
Yes.
It was a big song. So he was like, you know what? I love your voice and the way you articulate on a song. So I would love to have you in one of my songs. So yeah, he called me. I went to studio and I listened to his beats 2 to 3 times. And I wasn't sure though if I was going to be able to write the song there and there. I was like, maybe Master Kaiser, don't you think you need to give me these beats, and then I'll write the song at home? And he was like, no, you need to do it here. So yeah, after listening to it 2 to 3 times, I had something coming out from my mouth. Like I was like, Jerusalema, ikayalami. I was like, Master, come in. There's something coming in. Like, come inside the studio. Where are the earphones? Put the cans. Like, let's prepare everything so that I can sing. So yeah, that's how the song. That's how we So. And then after that, I went home. I remember it was around 1 a.m. I went home, Galala. I wake up around 6 a.m. On my way to the gym, I think it was around 8 a.m. I put the music in the car. While I was driving, trust me, I felt goosebumps all over my body. I was like I felt like God visited me. Like I felt like even the car was moving or whatsoever. I was like, oh my God, like what's going on? God, what are you saying to me? What's going on? I literally felt tears coming down from my eyes, because like I've been doing songs, but this one is big. Like there's something, like God is trying to say something about this song. And same time I was like, God, you visited me. Please also do visit Master Kaiser, because you know, sometimes you can do a song with a DJ and it's a problem if he doesn't pay attention to it. Like so same thing applies with me. I was thinking that maybe Master Kaiser will never take notice to the song. And lucky enough, after 3 days, Master Kaiser called me. He was like, Nomcebo, I think there's something about this song. You need to come back to studio. And then, yeah, I went there and there was nothing much to finish. It was just those high notes like, Gilonoloze, Gilonoloze. So yeah, I think I'm blessed. I didn't know, even Master Kaiser didn't know that the song, even if maybe we do have, like with me, but honestly, I thought it will be big only maybe in South Africa. I did not know that it will go this far, like it will go globally. So honestly, we thank God. God is amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely. Mosa, do you want to come through with
Yeah, Nomcebo, that's such an amazing and beautiful story, and I know most of our students are looking at you, you know, very, very much in a way, because you are the true definition of right, the right time, and you know, just pushing. You have pushed so hard in your career, and you have waited so patiently for your moment. What do you have to say to our students that are also pushing through in their respective fields? Because you are the true definition of, you know, carry on, you know, like praise God in the passage, work hard in the passage until that door opens.
The most important thing is patience. Because, you know, people will end up maybe doing drugs, maybe end up doing prostitution because they don't have patience. You need to be very patient. You need to love yourself. It should start with you. You need to see yourself. You need to imagine yourself maybe in 10 years. So if you don't love yourself, it's very important to love yourself. What else? What else? I think to love yourself, have a career, because you know, as women or as youth, we are rushing things in most cases. We don't want to take things step by step by step by step. So I think that's a problem with us. But if we can have patience and also be loving, I think we'll go far if we can have that.
Absolutely. I love that you speak of patience because, like Mosa was saying, we're student community, right? And a lot of the time we see people when they reach their success and we don't actually understand or know the journey. And immediately we want that instant gratification. We want things here and now, you know? And when you speak about patience, I love that you've shown patience throughout your journey, because we know that you started off as a background singer for many musicians. And, you know, when you're in that position, a lot of the time, it gets very tricky because you don't know when to branch out and then go solo and start your own career. So for you, what pushed you to actually decide that, you know what, I've done some background singing, I've sung for a lot of people, I've trained myself enough, now it's time for me to actually get in there and show people my light?
Honestly, my angel, this wasn't something like how can I put it? Like from way back, I wanted to be upfront, but unfortunately, I don't know, maybe it's God. He wanted me to be at the back so that maybe I can be able to learn, because most of the things now that I use in my career as a singer, or maybe the way I behave, I think it's all because of whatever that I've learned from people that I was doing backing for. So yeah, I think it's all about that.
Yeah. I love that. I love that so much. I'd also just like to ask about women, since we are, of course, here celebrating Women's Month.
Yes.
What does Women's Month mean to you? What does Women's Month mean to you as a woman living in this country with everything that's been happening in the country? I think it's really important to find out what people like you think, so that we can also drive most of our student community to, you know, where we want our country to go in the light of just an equal society, and just less GBV, in fact, no GBV at all, you know?
Honestly, you know, it's a pity, because as people, we have lost humanity. Because you see all these killings, it's all because people have lost humanity. Because it's not only women that are being killed, also you do find cases whereby even children are being killed. So it's a problem. Even myself, honestly, I don't know how can I solve it. Hence, I've got a song where I was talking about it, the song called Kobanini Gunje. Because honestly, I didn't know, how can I solve this myself? But all I can say is that to women, let's be strong. In whatever situation, let's learn to be strong. And we should know that as women, we are very strong. This thing of, I don't know, maybe we like so sometimes having someone, or maybe a man, we can do things possible for ourselves. Because you'll find that someone is being hit by a boyfriend, uzostika. No, move on. Once wakushaya kayi-1, it means uyokushaya forever. So ngingathi sabantu besifazane, let's believe in ourselves. We are very strong. We can do things in our own. We don't need someone to do things for us. About men who are doing this, honestly, I don't know what to say to them. I think our government, I don't know whether or whatsoever, but I think there is something that so that this is serious. This is not a joke.
Absolutely. You know, I love how you also like tell stories in your music. And like, as you've mentioned, you have Kobani Nigunje with Moby Dixon that actually portrays the story of gender-based violence. When you were putting that song together, was this based on the experiences of South African women? Was it based on an experience that you might have had or an experience of someone around you? What actually put the song to life for you?
Honestly speaking, this song was not about gender-based, but it was like in generally, like, you know, I was checking around things that are happening because there are so many situations, bad situations that are happening. Yeah. You may find that you've got a problem of your boyfriend is hitting you, but another one maybe like. So I was talking about different situations, but then the company felt like, you know what, Nomcebo, I think we need to portray this with gender-based violence so that things of faga awareness bezobona ukuthi akumelanga yenziwe lento le.
Yes, Mosa, you can go ahead.
Nomcebo, I mean, I know we don't have lots of time, but I really want you to speak more about where you come from.
I come from a small town in Hammersdale. And then because of my music career, I had to move to Johannesburg way back in 2013. I came here to do baking, of course. And then after, because my mom didn't have money to take me to school, but instead of maybe sitting home, maybe doing drugs and all that, I took this opportunity of being a baking singer. And then later on, I was like, you know what, Nomcebo, you need to upgrade yourself. I understand that music, but now you are lucky that there's money that is coming in. Why don't you maybe try something for plan B? Like, I went to school, I studied IT, just because, you know, in our schools, we didn't have computers like schools of today. So I had to upgrade myself and do something for me. Because I think in life, music is good, but you need to have something to fall back into if ever your things doesn't work out. So that's Nomcebo, and I'm happy that God is amazing. In a later stage, He was able to answer my prayers. Yes. Now I'm as I'm speaking to you, I'm shooting my video of Xola Moya Wami. I've got my own album. So God is amazing.
Before, sorry, B, I'll take it back to you. Just on that, speaking on that, what do you have to say to girls that are currently right now in university, studying for their plan B, but absolutely love music? I know you always say, stay in school. That's what you love saying. You're like, hey, stay in school. What do you have to say to someone that is studying right now and wants to pursue, but frustrated on that?
It's very important to study. Like, without imfundo, you'll go you never go anywhere. So for me, imfundo ibaluleke kakhulu, because even with me, trust me, if at home we had money, I would have went to school like immediately after matric, but unfortunately, because my mom didn't have money to take me to school, and you know, even with bursaries, sometimes they choose who they want to give bursaries. I wasn't able to have it. But trust me, my angel, it's very important for like the young ones to know that education is important. Without education, you never, even now, you see, we're communicating in English. So education should go first, and then if you want to pursue music, it will come after. Finish your studies first, and then do your music later on, because music, it's not easy. If it was that easy, I wouldn't have stayed for more than 15 years as a backing singer. Who can enjoy ukuba a backing singer? You understand? So even with me, I didn't enjoy being a backing singer. When I came to Johannesburg, trust me, I wanted to be in the forefront, but it didn't happen. I've been knocking doors and doors and doors, and they were not opening. And the risk here of maybe leaving school and rushing to do music, you'll end up maybe sleeping with maybe DJs. Like some of them, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them, they will take advantage of you. Like they will see that you want this so much, and sometimes you find that even your talent is not yet groomed in how can I put it, like Ayiko well groomed, so they will take advantage of you, end up sleeping with you, and not do anything for you. So I think it's better to finish your studies. That when you're doing music, it's not like you awunayo enye into ongayenza.
That's very true. I love that you're advocating for education, because, as you've said, it's something that's very important, because you don't really know what will come if you decide to follow your passion, or music, arts, drama, whatever the case might be. But I see you've got a group of people behind you. Your manager is checking how far you are with the interview, so we won't keep you too long. I want us to get into your latest album, right? So Kola Moya Wami, right? You're even there on set shooting the video. Yes. Tell us more about it.
It's on number 1 already. It's boo, 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 boo. Yes, I hope you guys, you are playing it already there at the campus. Yeah, it's already topping the charts. I'm so happy, guys. On that song, I featured Master KG. On the album, I worked with other producers such as Mr. Brown, Prince Benza, Bongo Beats are also in one of the songs. I featured Makati. It's a beautiful album. I know you guys, you'll enjoy it. So here in South Africa, my album is at number 1, and around the world, we are now sitting at number 46, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we're sitting at number 46.
Fantastic. That is amazing. That is fantastic. So unfortunately, we have run out of time, but we can't let you go without you giving us a smallanyana line of Jerusalem. Yes.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you guys. Bye.
We love you, Nomcebo. Thank you so much for giving us your time. We'll see you in studio next time, please.
I would love to see you in person.
Yes,
definitely come
be amazing. So thank you so much to everyone else that has joined as well. I for one feel, as the UJ community, we should challenge ourselves to put together a Jerusalema dance challenge video.
Yes.
And post it up.
Yes.
I think we need to do that just to celebrate the achievement that Nomcebo and Master KG have had, and just to show that we're also in the spirit of Jerusalem Dance Challenge.
I concur. Look, I can't dance to save my life, but something about that song makes you feel like you know how to dance. It makes you feel like, just very warm inside. So I definitely concur to us as the UJ community coming together and doing the hashtag Jerusalem challenge. If you're standing in the front, and then I'll feel much better to join.
I trust you to put me in front. But yes, thank you so much to everyone that has joined. It's been an absolute pleasure. Unfortunately, we are dealing with someone who is very busy. So for her to just give us 20 minutes of her time is an absolute honor. And of course, if you want to hear more of her music, stay tuned into UJFM 95.4, because we are jamming to her sounds. And yes, we do, of course, look forward to the next conversation. But I will hand over to Professor Sinha our Deputy Vice Chancellor, just to close off today's discussion for us. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Bolele and Mosa and colleagues from the library. I think it's been fantastic. I think this is really the kind of stories that we need right now. You've got a music breakthrough. You've got Nomcebo Zikode leading it. And the potential for how quickly something can scale up into the global system, I think it's really an amazing story. And I must say that when I initially saw this, by the way, the Jerusalema came one day after my birthday, which was last year, 28 November. 29 November, this came up, and I said, this is great. This is great potential here. And so I think it really has, the trajectory has been just so fantastic. And thank you very much, Mosa, Bolele, for the inputs that you've had. And I think that hashtag Jerusalema dance, by the way, from all the pictures, from France to Italy to Spain, it does look like the dance can be implemented even with physical distancing. So we don't have to do what happens in the US without physical distancing. I think the physical distancing plus Jerusalema dance really has the potential. So I think that's the way it should be done. And so thanks again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Professor Sinha. Thank you to everyone that has joined. Thank you to the UJ Library for putting this together for us as women as well, and for UJFM for having us as women drive a conversation like this, and to continue to just celebrate women that are doing phenomenal things.
The University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.